And we welcome you inside of the Panther Den as the Panthers are being introduced. It is another Mountain 7 conference battle. The Tuscola Mountaineers invade the Panther Den tonight to take on the Franklin Panthers. First up, it's the girls' varsity. You see them coming onto the court right now. These two teams met way back in December, on December the 17th, with Franklin coming out victorious in convincing fashion. 80-29. Franklin comes in at 9-8 and 5-2 in the Mountain 7 Conference. Tuscola at 8-7 and 3-3 in the Mountain 7 Conference. Lights are back on, and we are getting set to get this one underway at the Panther Den tonight. Glad that you are with us. I'm George Young alongside of our fantastic FPSN crew. Got a full crew tonight for the first time this season. You'll notice the difference. That's going to be Foster that will jump center for the Panthers. And it'll be Ian Amsler that will jump center for the Lady Mountaineers. So check that, Julia Wells. So we have some late changes to the roster. And my roster is totally different than what was on Max Preps. But hopefully we've got all the names and all the numbers that will correlate. It's the Tuscola Mountaineers that will control the opening possession. They are dressed in black tonight with fantastic white numerals and yellow trim. Panthers in their familiar white uniforms as it's a turnover. Bristol Brooks will have it. As we are just underway here. 7.5 left first quarter. Bristol going to swing it over into the corner. It goes now to Layla Malloy. Then back up top, Bristol Brooks going to drive into the paint, lift a running shot. It wouldn't go. And it's Julia Wells that will secure the rebound. High pass to Anna Kate Sutton. She gives it up to Wells, and then Wells will travel with it. Well, back-to-back turnovers for the Lady Mountaineers as we get this one going here. Just about 55 seconds into the first quarter. And neither team has yet to scratch. Almost a turnover. Panthers regain possession. It's Malloy. You got to fire it up top as it's Presley, or check that, Haley with it. Aubrey Haley gives it up to Bristol Brooks, and some issues down on the low block, and we'll say it was last touched by the Mountaineers. So it'll stay with the Panthers. With 6:45 remaining in the first quarter. Was not a JV girls game here. Tuscola does not have a JV girls team. So we got underway a little bit early, a few minutes before 6:30. So our post on social media said we'll be on between 6:15 and 6:30. We anticipated a little earlier start than what we had seen with a quadruple header. Normal nights. Shot no good. Shot from the corner up and good for three. Nora Jenkins. That'll get the scoring going. Malloy going to feed underneath. And it's Caitlin Foster that'll get the bucket off the glass. And I'll say that a Mountaineer carried the basketball. Julia Wells, the victim of the carry-in call. So go back to the Panthers. In it goes. And it's going to head out of bounds. I believe off of McKenna Plemons. Earwood to trigger. She gets it in. And almost a turnover in the backcourt. Julia Wells brings it up, kicks it, corner three again. Jenkins got it. They'll say her foot was on the line. Just inside the arc there. as we're having some issues with our replay. We'll get that ironed out. Another turnover. Julia Wells with a bucket, and we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. 5:25 left, and Coach Scott Hardbarger wants to talk things over. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. So we will show you the upcoming schedule. Panthers in action next week on the road, and 2 at home to round out the season, and a trip to West Henderson. Here's where both teams stand in the Mountain 7 Conference. You see Tuscola in the 4th slot, 3-3 in the conference. Franklin at 5-2 and 9-8. Both these two teams are trying to position themselves for a home game in the first round of the conference tournament. Bristol Brooks drives in and wouldn't go. Tuscola comes down with a rebound. Nora Jenkins gives it up briefly to Kate Sutton. Anna Kate Sutton then gives it back to Jenkins as she swings it across court, and Earwood could not control it. She was flanked by a couple of Lady Panthers. They knock it out of bounds. They'll say last touched by Abby Earwood. Bristol Brooks brings it up. Clemens, deep three. Rebound off to Julia Wells. Tuscola gonna quickly get it up. Jenkins over to Anna Kate Sutton. She gives it up back to Sutton in the corner. Now it's Earwood dribbling out of there. Jenkins, who's hit a couple threes, she jacks and hits. Nora Jenkins from downtown, and the Tuscola Lady Mountaineers are up 8 early. 4:20 left, first quarter. Franklin defeated Tuscola 80-29 back on December 17th. And judging by the way the roster looks, Max Prep's what it is now, it's a totally different team for Tuscola. And we've got a reach-in foul going against Tuscola. That'll be the first on the Lady Mountaineers. 3:58 remains here in the first quarter. Bristol Brooks swings it over Layla Malloy. Malloy has to dish now. She picked up her dribble, finds Clemens, now to Bristol Brooks. Brooks finds Haley. She's going to jack, can't hit from downtown. Brooks grabs the rebound, then throws it away. Into the hands of Abby Earwood. Anna Kate Sutton going to bring it up. Finds Julia Wells. Swinging it into the paint as Wells. Off to Kendall Williamson, and now Williamson will be at the line, I believe. Was she in the act? Yep. It'll be the first on the Panthers. And the first on Bristol Brooks. First shot up and good. Williamson with one more at the charity stripe. And she gets it to go. Haley directing traffic, finds Brooks up top. Bristol gets triple teamed into the corner. It goes. Plemons, a three, up and good. McKenna Plemons from downtown. She's critical for the Panthers. She's got to get warmed up. And when she does, it's a game changer. We've got collision and a blocking foul going against the Panthers. Julia Wells leaned in and got the call. Aubrey Haley going to pick up her first, and it's the team's second on the Panthers. 2:45 left. Julia Wells gets it in bounds from the corner, hits the top of the backboard. Well off the mark. Haley with a board, off to the races. It is Malloy, thought about a three, swings it over Plemons, driving in, gets double teamed, And a jump ball, possession arrow, going to stay with the Panthers. 12-5, Tuscola. They have led throughout. If you just joined us, just tuning in past 6:30, as we started a little bit early tonight with the JV girls game not happening at 4 o'clock. Started right at 5 o'clock with the JV boys. Panthers have possession, and it goes Haley underneath. Haley gets double teamed, and another jump ball. This time it's going to the Tuscola Mountaineers. Julia Wells across that timeline. Finds Anna Kate Sutton. Back it goes Wells. 2:20 left. In the paint, Williamson wouldn't go. Got her own rebound. Then it was knocked away. And we've got a whistle and a foul going against Tuscola. That'll go against Kendall Williamson. Tuscola will pick up their second. And into the game, Riley Green for Coach Scott Hartbarger and the Lady Panthers. Both teams have 2 fouls here with 2:10 left first quarter. Bristol Brooks brings it up, swings it. Nice move in the paint, wouldn't go, but there to follow is Malia Mason. Malia Mason checked into the game, and she's able to get a quick bucket on the offensive rebound. A 3, Earwood up and good. Abby Earwood nails one from downtown. And Tuscola extends the lead at 15-7. Mason with it in the corner. High pass knocked away. Heads out of bounds. We'll say last touch by Nora Jenkins and the Lady Mountaineers. Sierra Sellers has checked in. Another turnover. Well, now they're going to call an offensive foul. Offensive foul on Franklin going against Aubrey Haley. 72 seconds left here in the first, and Tuscola with the lead in the basketball. Sellers up top. Fires a pass. It's going to be intercepted. Tiptoeing that sideline, and she couldn't. Riley Green. It's out of bounds back to Tuscola. And it goes to Wells. Wells having some issues. Falls down out of bounds. Another turnover for Tuscola. Franklin with the basketball now, 53 seconds left. It's Brooks that looks over to the sideline. Calls out the offense. Pass secured by Riley Green, and she's going to try to drive in and kick it back over. It's Haley. Haley feeds Malia Mason underneath. Mason gets bumped. It'll be on the floor. Third on Tuscola. And it's Alyssa Trantham that'll pick up the foul for Tuscola, her first. Bristol Brooks kicks it. It's Malloy feeding Mason back out. Green over to Mason. 25 seconds left. Panthers trying to find a little bit of a seam in that Tuscola defense to get a better shot. It's Brooks. Ooh, going to get a 5-second call. "15 seconds remain, first quarter, and Tuscola has the basketball. Pass in the paint by Earwood. A shot would not fall. Panthers have 3 seconds to do something with it. Brooks at the buzzer. Got it! Bristol Brooks, as the horn sounds, hits one from downtown. 15-10 after 1 quarter as we had to break. Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC. Welcome back. 8 minutes up on the scoreboard. We're set for the second quarter here at the Panther Den on this chilly Friday night. Glad that you're with us on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panther Sports Network. They started the timer before the Panthers were out there. You got 5 seconds to get it in. That's why you saw the Panthers race to get that one in bounds. Just inside the arc, it's Riley Green that will hit and cut it to a 3-point edge for Tuscola. Anna Kate Sutton, 3 off the mark. And an offensive board underneath Earwood, or check that, it was Jenkins with a shot. It wouldn't go. And Bristol Brooks will slow it down now for the Panthers. Green swings, Malloy over to Brooks. Back out to Malloy. Thought about that 3. Split a double team. Went into the paint. No. Rebound Mason. They're going to get her for over the back. Only Mason will pick up the foul. The first whistled on Franklin here in the second quarter. And it's the first whistled on Malia Mason. Out of control, Julia Wells will lean in and get a foul call. She was bailed out that time. Looked like she was falling down. Had a whistle and a timeout called by Coach Terry Howard. And the Tuscola Mountaineers, they want to talk it over. Up 15-12. As I mentioned, in the last quarter. Here's the schedule for the Panthers coming up. A couple of road games next week, a couple of home games the following week, and then the final regular season night is February the 7th. Hard to believe. It just seems like we started, and the season is almost over. But the good news is the conference tournament is being hosted right here at the Panther Den for the first time since 2018, and we're going to have extensive coverage here on YouTube and Facebook. Possibility, and I think it's almost a guarantee, that we'll have 10 games over 6 days, beginning on Valentine's night. Bristol Brooks to the hole, count it, and 1. Bristol Brooks will be at the line to try to tie the game at 15. Valentine's night's the opening night, the first round at satellite sites, and then it all shifts on the 18th to Franklin. Brooks gets the 3-point play, and we are tied at 15. Wells gives it up. It's Anna Kate Sutton. Driving in, kicking. Williamson swings it. Earwood, jumper. Just right of that stripe. It wouldn't fall. Bristol Brooks racing. Bristol Brooks with the J. to the hole. That one wouldn't go for Julia Wells, but she was fouled, and she'll be back at the line for some free throw shots. Panthers with their first lead here of the ball game at 17-15. And the first shot is up and good. One more at the stripe for Julia Wells. And she gets the second to go. Bristol brings it up. Bristol Brooks for three. Couldn't get the roll. And over the back. Got to be whistled on Aubrey Haley. When you're hot, you take the shot, right? Bristol Brooks has been hot to begin this second quarter. Could not get the roll, though, on that three-pointer. Haley going to take a seat. Check it in for her is Anna, check that, Peyton Beatty. Beatty will check in to the ball game for Haley. Anna Kate Sutton kicks it over. It is Jenkins for three, and it wouldn't go that time. Hit a few early, did Jenkins, to give Tuscola at one point an 8-point lead in this ball game. But now we are tied at 17 as that one is kicked out of bounds. Glad you're with us wherever you may be on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panther Sports Network. I'm George Young, alongside of our fantastic FPSN crew tonight. We've got Spencer and Joshua on cameras, and Philip Angel, our executive producer. Turnover for the Panthers. Up court it goes to Williamson, and she tries to spin a pass underneath, and it's knocked away off of Riley Green. It'll stay with Tuscola. It's a corner three. Jenkins off the mark. Offensive rebound. Williamson, she lost control of it. Brooks, behind the back dribble, almost lost it. Fires it over to Green. She's open for three. Back of the iron. Rebound Foster, or check that Beatty. And Beatty got it knocked away. Up court, pass almost intercepted, but it's going to be picked up by Wells. Tuscola attacks. In and out, no good for Wells. A defensive board for Peyton Beatty, and the Panthers come down court quickly. As Layla Malloy lost it, got it back. Goes to Brooks now, swings it. Riley Green, her pass knocked away. Sellers with it. Sellers swings it over to Wells, into the corner, open three. Jenkins, back of the iron. Rebound, Malia Mason. Approaching 4 minutes left. First half, tied at 17. We're tied at 17 the last time these two teams met. If you just joined us, Franklin won by 51, 80-29. That one wouldn't go. Sellers dribbles, finds Wells. Julia Wells thought about it. Now gives it up to Anna Kate Sutton, who's going to direct some traffic. Hand it off to Sellers. Into the corner now to Williamson. It'll feed underneath. Julia Wells will be at the line. Looks like some subs coming in for Hartbarger after this first free throw. Clemens, DeHart, and Foster will check in. Wells at the line. First one, short. Coach Howard going to check into the game for Tuscola. Abby Earwood. One more, and it's up and good for Julia Wells. And that'll give Tuscola a 1-point edge at 3:19 to go here, second quarter. DeHart with it. Finds Clemens. Now it's Green. High pass underneath. Shot wouldn't go in the low block. Kate Sutton. Finds Sellers. Sellers moves a bounce pass. That is knocked away. Bodies on the floor. Tie up. Possession arrow, Tuscola. .249 to go here, second. Kate Sutton. Dribbling. Lost it briefly into the hands of Sellers. Sellers to Sutton. Earwood gives it up, and there's going to be a traveling violation. Panthers have a chance to take the lead. 2:26 here in the second. Clemens high pass underneath. Free throw shots coming up for Foster. This will be the first time Foster's been at the line. Foul whistled on Tuscola's Abby Earwood, her second. And the second for Tuscola. Franklin over the limit at 5 now as the first one's up and good. Gets the roll, does Caitlin Foster. Second one's up and good. Clock rolling. We're down to 2:17 to go here, second quarter. Wells, top of the key, 3, got it. Julia Wells from downtown, and Tuscola is back up 21-19 rather. Up high. DeHart gives it up to Brooks, going to feed underneath. Foster, she can't get it to go. Off to the races. Williamson, offensive foul. Third on Tuscola, second on Kendall Williamson. Josie DeHart is going to take a seat. And Anna Stiles is checked in for Hartbarger and the Lady Panthers. Brooks and her Lady Panthers chance to take the lead underneath off the glass. We are tied at 21. Nice dish. Execution. Anna Kate Sutton gives it up. 3 ball is blocked. Jenkins tried to hit from downtown. Bristol Brooks has it. Gives it up. It's a 3. Clemens, no good. Rebound, Foster. She goes up. It wouldn't go. 60 seconds left. Anna Kate Sutton dribbling around. Sutton driving, getting fouled. Check that Wells. Wells is going to be at the line. Two shots, and the first one's good for Julia Wells. Tuscola played last night against Brevard, able to get a victory. Short, the second shot. Panthers come down with the rebound. Caitlin Foster cleared everybody out of there and grabbed the board. 44 seconds to go. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay on the Panthers' end. Bristol Brooks finds Clemens. Back to Brooks. McKenna, high pass underneath. Peyton Beatty couldn't get it, but she'll be at the line for a couple. With 25.7 seconds left, second quarter. Beatty can't get the first. She's short with it. And one more at the charity stripe now for Peyton Beatty. A few more fans have made their way into the stands. And we are going to have a lane violation on the Panthers. They'll wave off the shot. It went in, too. Tough break. 25 seconds left. Tuscola with a 1-point lead at 22-21. Julia Wells going to find Anna Kate Sutton. Pass in the paint, knocked away. 10 seconds left. What could the Panthers do with it? Bristol Brooks. Down to 5 seconds. Got to hurry. Down to 4. And we're going to get a moving screen on the Panthers' offensive foul. Anna Stiles will pick up the foul. That'll be over the limit, but it's a player control foul. It'll be the 16th foul on Franklin. And it goes to Wells at the buzzer. She didn't get it off. They're going to wave it off. So we're at the half now officially. At the Panther Den with the Tuscola Mountaineers up 22-21 after one half of action. That will send us to half here. After the cheerleaders going to come out and perform. And stay with us because we've got a new edition of Panther Tracks. Tonight we're going to hear from David Morgan, longtime coach, track coach, teacher. He's going to reminisce on his days with Panther Athletics. So stay with us, fans. We've got more to come. So we'll get set for the third quarter right after this.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Service, and Facebook pages. It's time now for Panther Tracks, a look back at the storied history of Franklin High School athletics.
I graduated from Morris Hill College, and when I came here to Franklin, coming down the roads, they got smaller and smaller, and I thought I was going to end up riding off the end of the earth. But come and pull it into Franklin, the people here were exactly like Morris Hill was. I could have lived the rest of my life at Morris Hill. They were so friendly, the teachers and atmosphere of everything. Franklin was the same way. I fell in love with Franklin the first few hours I was here. The people I met, they were so nice. And coming in, and as far as athletics, we weren't the top in our stadium, in our field, in our track especially. Like I told you, track hadn't even been started as a program at Franklin High School in '73. We did our training around the football field and had a little path which is about 2 feet wide. We had to hand dig our jumping pits for long jump and triple jump. No way to pole vault, nothing around to pole vault in. We had to practice our hurdles up behind the stadium on a little bit of asphalt, or either go up on the road right in front of the gymnasium and run our hurdles, because that was the only flat surface we had to measure them off, and not on the grass. So things like that. Our football field, we had the old-timey goalpost with one stem in the middle, and you go out and then go straight up. And when they were renovating that football field, somebody, the man that was on the dozer or whatever, and I think it was Mr. Penland, said, are you planning on buying a new goalpost? And they said, we don't know if we have enough money. Well, Mr. Penland said he just marched them down, just bent them all down and broke them and everything. So at that time, he was going to take care of the situation, but we put up new goalposts. But the old football field, where the stadium is now and the seats are, it was about 10, 15 feet closer, because we didn't have a track, closer to the field. And they were just very few, probably half of what the lower bleachers are right now. The concession stand was right behind them. It went straight up, and it was only about a 10 by 10, but 2 stories, and everything was just very small, very tight. But the concession stand workers really liked it because they could look out the window and watch the game the whole time. Then when we moved it, concession stand people didn't like it, so we had to put TVs in there for them to watch it. But the pit, during the early or mid-'70s, a lot of field dirt was brought in to level the field off on down, moving it toward Phillips Street, and gave us a bigger field and able to build a track in around the football field. When I showed up, the pine trees were probably on the 10-yard line right now of what we have the football field. The football field slid way to the east or west, whatever, away from the parking lot, and slid it down and knocked down those pine trees, and had a little practice field down there now. And again, they put good soil down there, good soil on our practice field up top. I look at our grass today, in our field today, and every year when I walk out there, it looks like it's AstroTurf, because they do such a great job. I mean, it's really hard to tell it's not. And then you look back in 1973, and there were so many patches out there, so many different types of grass all around the field. And again, there was nothing to trim it, nothing to make it look really nice during that time. And yes, it was it was just packed. It was more clay than it was sand and soft stuff. And it was hard to play on. The cleats would slide a lot. And again, getting into some games, it would rain, and we'd have games here, would make it just slick as glass and impossible to stand up on. Some people say it was called something else before the Panther pit. I do not know anything about that, but I've enjoyed watching it grow, especially the track itself, because from just a 2-lane dirt area, we went to the asphalt, and then we went to having it rubberized, getting several people in the community and family and parents involved with that, and just really proud of the whole stadium.
And that's been Panther Tracks. Stay tuned to FPSN as we look back at Panther athletics. It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information.
I'm Zoe Walker. I'm on the swim team. I'm in 12th grade, and I've been selected as the FHS Athlete of the Month. My team is my biggest motivator. They really help me to do my best every day and to compete back and forth when we're doing different sprints or different sets. My biggest goal for this swim season is to make it to the state championships in the 200 IM. I would say the 200 IM is my favorite event, because it takes all the strokes into one, and it's really difficult to motivate yourself to get it all done.
The Athlete of the Month has been presented by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first, member FDIC. And by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. They take pride in providing world-class care right here at home.
And we're back. Perfect timing. Started about 30 seconds early. We are going to have an offensive foul to begin the third quarter on Franklin. Panthers trail 22-21 at the break. That one's going against Aubrey Haley, her 4th at the first. Whistled against the Lady Panthers. Just underway. 7:43 to go here in the third. Anna Kate Sutton with it for the Mountaineers. Tries to drive in, going to kick it. Driving in, and a foul called is Nora Jenkins. Was she in the act of shooting is the question. She was. Two shots upcoming for Nora Jenkins. And Jenkins cannot get the roll. Iron unkind to Nora Jenkins. Some subs coming in already for the Panthers. Looks like it's going to be Aaliyah Mason in for Aubrey Haley, who just picked up her 4th foul. Second shot well off the mark. Secured in the corner by Foster. She's able to get it out of the corner. Clemens with some issues. She gets it back. Bounce past Malia Mason underneath, and Malia Mason is fouled. So she'll be at the line for a couple of shots here. 7:17 to go, third quarter. Glad you're with us just past the top of the hour at 7 o'clock on the East. First shot up and good. We were tied at 22, so we were getting settled in after work, settled in after supper. Appreciate you tuning in with the Franklin Panther Sports Network tonight on YouTube and Facebook. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can like us, follow us on Facebook. Also follow us on Instagram. You'll find out schedule updates when we'll be broadcasting ball games, and also get features like Athlete of the Month that you just saw. We'll be posting that very soon on our social media channels, so you can watch it anytime. And information like we posted yesterday with the High School Athletic Association proposing an 11-team super conference at Franklin, along with Tuscola and a bunch of mountain schools could possibly be placed in. As the pass goes underneath to Caitlin Foster, she's bumped. It'll be the second on Tuscola. That one's going against Kendall Williamson. Is that Williamson's 4th? She's taking a seat. Yeah, it's going to be Williamson's 4th foul. So both Williamson and Haley have 4 fouls. And they're sitting on the bench right now. Is that going to be a backcourt violation? No, they'll say it was tipped by a Mountaineer. Bristol Brooks. Center jump circle. Nice move. Gets open, leans in. Can't get the roll in the paint. Mason able to kick it out, and an offensive rebound secured by Bristol Brooks. Underneath. No good. Offensive rebound. Malia Mason can't get the bucket, but she'll be back at the line for a couple of shots. Franklin leading for the first time in this second half. They didn't lead much in the first half. They did briefly, very briefly. Tuscola jumped out to, at one point, an 8-point lead. As you see Malia Mason firing the first shot up and good. The second opportunity, she gets the roll. The iron is kind on this end. See if it continues for the Lady Panthers. Julia Wells. Jacks can't hit. Rebound Plemons. 6 minutes left, third quarter. Coast to coast. Bristol Brooks can't get it to go. It's out of bounds. Stays with the Panthers. Off of Alyssa Trantham's hands. I'm George Young, alongside of our fantastic FPSN crew running cameras tonight, Spencer and Joshua. Philip Angel, executive producer. Feeding underneath, it's knocked away. Trying to find Malia Mason. Tuscola got to attack. Jenkins 3 off the mark. Defensive rebound. Panthers going to attack. I think that was Layla Malloy that grabbed that board. Malia Mason gets her shot swatted out of bounds by Trantham. .5:30 remains, third quarter. Malloy, bounce pass in the paint. Foster spins and shoots, can't get it to go. Rebound underneath to a cutting Brooks, wouldn't go. Another offensive rebound. It's Malloy hitting the deck, and we've got a foul. I don't think she was in the act of shooting, but we'll see. She might have been. She's going to the line. You're going to say she was in the act. So Layla, chance for 2 opportunities at the charity stripe. The sophomore hits the first. Timeout by Terry Howard. And the Mountaineers, they want to talk things over. We're going to be a full timeout. So we'll take a quick timeout ourselves. Stay with us.
It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information.
.505 left here, third quarter. 25-22. Panthers have hung on to a lead, something that they were not accustomed to in that first half. Trailed for a good portion, but have taken the lead to begin things here in the second half. And one more opportunity to get the charity stripe for Malloy, and she hits. Nothing but net. Panthers picking up a pressure in the backcourt. Anna Kate Sutton with it. Sutton, a high pass, knocked away. Brooks, coast to coast. You see the replay, and as we see that replay, another steal and another bucket for the Panthers. 4 quick points. A 3 off the mark. Rebound, McKenna Plemons. Plemons. Dishes. Foster spinning. Out of bounds it goes. Nice touch by the Lady Mountaineer. Franklin settling in offensively. Brooks gets it in. It's McKenna Plemons. Picks up her dribble, finds Malloy, and we've got a whistle, and looks like a timeout. Called by Scott Harbarger. That was an interesting timeout. 30-second timeout. He saw something he didn't like, and he called timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here. Conference standings look like this. Pisk at the top. West, Franklin, Tuscola in a bunch there. West has the better record. Franklin still has an opportunity to overtake West in the standings as they'll play at the end of the season in Mills River. These two teams, Franklin and Tuscola, met on December 17th with Franklin winning 80-29. Totally different ball game tonight. Bristol Brooks calls out the offense. Kicks it, Malloy. Now over to Foster. Foster passes underneath to Malia Mason. Nice pass. And again, another replay that we missed. It's so quick here. They had another steal. You can't blink in this ball game. Another steal, another bucket for the Panthers, and all of a sudden, Franklin has opened up a 12-point lead in the second quarter. Or check that, the third quarter in the second half. 3:34-43 left. And we've got a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. So we will keep it here. Boys action to follow. It's going to be a little earlier than 8 o'clock. And looking like probably about a 7:45 start at this point. Maybe even earlier than that. Tuscola will have possession after the quick steal in the bucket by the Panthers. But again, pressure in the backcourt. That hit the bottom of the backboard when she inbounded it. And it'll be Panther basketball. It's out of bounds. The backboard area is out of bounds. And the bars holding the ancient basket, too, are out of bounds. If you haven't been by and ridden down Wyatt Street or Phillip Street, they are really starting to move dirt and tear things down, building the new high school. Foster couldn't get it to go. Panther bench wanted a foul, a lot of contact. Down court, Wells is going to be whistled with an offensive foul. Yeah. Wells picks up her first, and it's going to be the fifth on Tuscola. Offensive foul, player control foul, so no shots. 3:28 left. You see Malia Mason getting set to get the basketball in bounds. Coach Terry Howard is talking to the official. And the official is set and ready to go. And it goes to Plemons. Plemons up court with Foster. High pass to Malia Mason. One dribble, gets it to go. We had a collision, and we've got an injured player. I didn't see exactly how she went down. It's a Panther that is injured. Looks like Plemons is injured. You see her laying there. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back right after this.
Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
So McKenna Plemons is helped off. She's going to be checked out by Lynette Gibson. Tuscola the basketball. Issues out of bounds. It'll stay with Tuscola. Panthers ratcheting up that pressure in the backcourt. A high pass knocked away. And it is picked up by Wells. She's going to give it up. Count it, and one for the Lady Mountaineers. Alyssa Trantham gets the pass from Wells. Goes up. Got a little bump from behind. And the and one situation now for Alyssa Trantham. In and out. Bristol Brooks picks up the foul. That'll be her third. And the old saying, it's hard to beat a team twice in a season. Mason is having a heck of a third quarter. Malia Mason with a bucket. Julia Wells gets bailed out with a foul underneath. They can get this one too. Is it going to be on Malloy? No, they're going against Foster. Caitlin Foster will pick up just her first. And it's Julia Wells at the charity stripe. Can't get the first. Second one's up and good. Mr. Brooks kicks. Malloy gives it up. Now a high pass. And it goes Malia Mason, and she gets it knocked away. Off to Julia Wells. Tuscola attacks. It's Sellers losing control underneath. Coming out with it. Bristol Brooks. Brooks, coast to coast, gets it blocked from behind. Can be picked up, though. Panthers have possession. Malia Mason cannot get the bucket. And then Mason able to get back defensively, intercept the pass, and then she throws a pass that is intercepted. And then a whistle. Do we have a technical foul? Yeah, we do. A technical foul is going to be assessed to the Tuscola bench. Coach Terry Howard must have said something that struck the eye of the official, and he is teed up the bench at least. I don't know if it was the head coach or somebody else. Free throw shots. First one off the mark for Layla Malloy. Layla gets the second, and the Panthers will have possession after the technical foul. Now another whistle. We've got another timeout. This is going to be a full timeout. Coach Scott Hardbarger wants to talk it over with a minute 55 to go in the third quarter. We take a break from the Panther Pit.
It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information.
Back inside the Panther den. It's a minute 55 to go here, third quarter. And Panthers have flexed their muscle here in the third quarter after trailing for a good portion of the first half. They've taken a commanding 39-25 lead. And we had some frustration on the Tuscola bench with a technical foul that was assessed. Bristol Brooks with it. Panthers dressed in their familiar home whites. Nice. Cutting to the hole, Layla Malloy. It would not fall, and a frustration foul on Malloy on the rebound. It'll be the second on Layla Malloy, and that's the fifth on Franklin. So bonus time for Tuscola. Final minute 45 to go, third quarter. Two shots for Julia Wells. And Wells can't hit. They'll get one more. And it goes. Approaching 90 seconds left, third quarter. Foster with it. And goes to Bristol Brooks. We'll find Riley Green. And just draining some clock. Brooks on the dribble. She's open. Can't convert. Rebound, Alyssa Trantham. Anna Kate Sutton with it. She gives it up. Julia Wells has it. Jenkins for three. Defensive rebound, Foster. Off to Brooks. Brooks to the hole. It wouldn't go. And on the rebound, a foul on the Lady Panther. I believe that one's going against Riley Green. Will pick up the foul, and more shots on the other end. It's going to be Wells again. Julia Wells back at the free throw line for 2 shots. 46.1 seconds remain in the third quarter. That one rims out. I was perusing the Facebooks at the half, and news has broke this afternoon that Robbinsville head coach Dee Walsh is retiring after 24 years at the helm of the Black Knights. He's won a bunch of state championships, too, in his 24 years as the head coach. He was there before that. 30 seconds left. Collision and a foul going against Tuscola. We'll have some free throw shots now by Malia Mason. Foul was on Anna Kate Sutton, her second. Laser beam wouldn't go. Back of the iron with the second. Rebound Sellers. She gets double team. Going to give it up to Jenkins. Jenkins fires it over to Wells, and Wells is fouled. Julia Wells has found herself at the free throw line a lot here in the third quarter, and she's heading back. 2 shots. Julia Wells, and Malia Mason picks up their second personal foul. That one won't go for Wells. One more. Clemens checks in for Hartbarger. As Riley Green takes a seat for the final 16.2. No good with the second. Bristol Brooks calls out the offense. Got 8 seconds to go as she crosses that timeline, kicks it over to Clemens. Clemens tries to bank one home from downtown, wouldn't go. Rebound, Clemens lifts it at the buzzer, and it's a little short. And that's going to do it. 3 quarters in the books, 39-27. Fourth quarter on the way right after this.
I'm Zoe Walker. I'm on the swim team. I'm in 12th grade, and I've been selected as the FHS Athlete of the Month. My team is my biggest motivator. They really help me to do my best every day and to compete back and forth when we're doing different sprints or different sets. My biggest goal for this swim season is to make it to the state championships in the 200 IM. I would say the 200 IM is my favorite event because it takes all the strokes into one, and it's really difficult to motivate yourself to get it all done.
The Athlete of the Month has been presented by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first, member FDIC. And by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. They take pride in providing world-class care right here at home.
Fourth quarter underway at the Panther Den. Julia Wells directs the offense for the Lady Mountaineers. She drives in, kicks it. Corner 3. Off the mark by Jenkins. Panthers will slowly bring it up now after the defensive board. Clemens finds Brooks up top. Brooks over to Clemens. Underneath it goes to Aubrey Haley. And her shot partially blocked. Earwood off to the races, lifts one high off the glass, wouldn't go. Bristol again bringing it up across. Now Plemons harassed by Anna Kate Sutton. High pass to Haley underneath off the glass. Aubrey Haley flanked by two defenders, able to secure that one and get the bucket to go. And on the other end, Tuscola will turn it over as they travel with it. Bristol Brooks calls out that offense, finds Plemons. Plemons lifts a pass that is knocked away. Jenkins finds Earwood. Earwood to Anna Kate Sutton, now back to Jenkins in the corner. Offense has just not been there for the Lady Mountaineers in the second half, and the Panthers have found their offense, as it was not the case in that first half. Julia Wells, what do you know, heading back to the free throw line as she went to the bucket and was fouled. Julia Wells at a familiar place. Second whistle, make that the third whistle on Layla Malloy, as the first opportunity is off the mark for Julia Wells. She'll get one more. 6:20 left here in this first half, or second half. Can't get the second to go. Offensive rebound and another opportunity at the free throw line. This time it's going to be Kendall Williamson. Caitlin Foster picks up the foul. It'll be her second. 2 shots for Williamson. First one up and good. Back of the iron with the second. Tracking down the board is Layla Malloy. Foster gives it up. Now Haley has it. Aubrey to Bristol. 6 minutes left. Brooks finds Plemons now as she's going to give it up. Haley back to Plemons. Panthers draining some clock here. Can't find anything in that Tuscola defense to exploit. And you got a whistle and a timeout by the referee. I believe the referee wants to kick somebody out of the game. See if we can get a shot of this. Troy Burt and Macon County's finest are coming to escort somebody out. Oh, it's actually out in front of Troy there. I can't tell if that's who that is. It's some kid. Oh, here we go. The referee got somebody escorted out of here. Clemens gives it up to Brooks. In the corner, it's Haley. Foster, high pass into Haley, and Aubrey Haley able to spin and shoot and get the bucket. Julia Wells from downtown. And they're going to whistle a traveling violation in midcourt by Bristol Brooks. Panthers up 13, 43-30. Anna Kate Sutton driving in, kicking it. Jenkins will find Earwood. Now Julia Wells drove in, kicked it out. It's a three from the corner by Trantham that wouldn't go. Offensive rebound. Another three is off the mark. That was Julia Wells trying to make it back-to-back threes. Bristol Brooks calls it out. Calls out that offense for Scott Harbarger's Lady Panthers. Underneath it's Foster. Knocked out of bounds. She goes up to attempt a shot. Leah Mason going to check into the game for Caitlin Foster. Mason had a fantastic third quarter offensively. And it goes to Plemons. Now back to Brooks. Brooks going to feed Haley, spinning and shooting. Aubrey Haley has found her rhythm in the fourth quarter. Haley, back-to-back buckets. Julia Wells finds Anna Kate Sutton. We've got a whistle and we've got a timeout by Tuscola. They want to talk things over with 3:52 left in the fourth quarter. Lady Panthers by 15 as we head to break.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
.352 left here in the fourth. Coach Terry Howard and the Tuscola Lady Mountaineers wanted to talk it over and call timeout. They'll have the basketball. Trailing by 15. It's Julia Wells going to be flanked. Now dribbles. Lifting a pass. That's knocked away. It'll be last touch by Anna Kate Sutton. It'll be Panther basketball, 3:47 left, fourth quarter. Boys action coming up about 15 minutes or so after the conclusion of this one. We'll tip it off after the pomp and circumstance of the starting lineup's introduced, turn the lights out and all that jazz. Underneath, it's Haley. She couldn't get it to go. Point blank layups, she can't make those, but those tough ones in the paint she's been able to hit here in the fourth quarter. A tough shot sometimes are easier than the easy ones. Got a foul on Franklin. Clemens going to pick it up. That's her third, and the third whistled on Franklin here in the fourth quarter. And Kate Sutton finds Earwood. Abby Earwood. Now over to Julia Wells. Approaching 3 minutes left. Panthers taking hold on. Will pick up their 10th victory on the season. Julia Wells says not so fast. Another three by Julia Wells. .245 left. Clemens, high pass. Knocked away. Julia Wells stops. Hits. See the steal here. Julia Wells puts on the brakes. That's difficult to do. And we've got a whistle. And we've got another timeout on the floor. It looks like it's going to be a full timeout, so we're going to take a break from the Panther Den. Stay with us.
It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information.
Timeout, both teams kind of sweating things out. 10-point lead now for the Panthers. It was 15 just a few seconds ago. But some quick buckets by Tuscola, turnover. Coach Hartbarger called timeout, settles his troops down. Probably instructed them to drain some clock if they can. Make some passes that aren't dangerous. Come out victorious. Clemens almost lost it. Over to Haley. Haley gonna find a cutting Bristol Brooks. Brooks can't get it to go. Rebound on the floor. Fought for. Layla Malloy able to get that rebound and then get the bucket to go, and maybe a turnover. No, it's slapped out of bounds. Last touch by a Lady Panther. Two minutes left. Anna Kate Sutton kicks it. Earwood checks a jumper. Baseline, no. Offensive rebound underneath, and we've got a foul and some free throw shots upcoming as Kendall Williamson will be at the stripe. No fouls whistled against Tuscola here in this the fourth quarter. Two shots of Earwood now. I'll check that for Williamson. Kendall Williamson hits the first. Hits both, does Williamson. Back to a 10-point lead for the Panthers. Bristol Brooks with it. Driving. Bristol will be at the line. First foul on Tuscola in the fourth quarter. Minute 43 left. Jenkins going to pick up her third. Riley Green comes off the bench for the Lady Panthers. One more for Bristol Brooks. And she gets the second to go. Panthers by 11. 1 minute, 40 seconds left. Earwood, three, off the mark. And Leah Mason able to secure the rebound. And it's Brooks in the backcourt, going to be picked up by Sutton. She crosses that timeline, kicks it into the corner. It's Green for three, off the mark. Quick shot for the Panthers. Williamson with the rebound. Going to go in and will be at the line. Leah Mason picks up the foul, her third. We've got another whistle, and we've got another timeout called by Tuscola. It's going to be a full timeout. Minute 16 left, fourth quarter. 11-point advantage for the Lady Panthers as we head to break.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Waiting for the Panthers to come from the bench after the timeout. Here they come. We'll have another free throw shot for Kendall Williamson. And she gets the first. Can't hit the second. Bristol Brooks able to grab the rebound. She gets double teamed in the backcourt. Able to break it, and a foul. On Tuscola, they've got three more to give. Just the second on Tuscola. Officials thought that there was some shots upcoming. They didn't realize they hadn't called any fouls on Tuscola here in the fourth quarter. 68 seconds left. And they're going to say that there was no foul there, and it's just out of bounds off of Bristol Brooks. 10-point lead for the Panthers. 65 seconds left. Tuscola with it. Chance to cut into the lead. It's Jenkins. Jenkins lifts the jumper. That is well off the mark. It's kicked around. Panthers come out with it. Bristol Brooks. Brooks going to slow it down, draw attention, and get fouled. Anna Kate Sutton picks up the foul. Third on Tuscola. 2 more to give. Into Brooks again. She gets fouled. And again, that's Anna Kate Sutton. That'll be her third. Fourth on Tuscola. 1 more to give. 44.7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And a quick whistle. That'll be the 5th. And the 4th on Anna Kate Sutton. 5th on Tuscola. So 2 free throw opportunities for Bristol Brooks. First one rolls in good. 1 more at the free throw line. She can't hit the second. Offensive rebound. Drain some more clock. Now a mugging at the center jump circle is going to send Anna Kate Sutton to the bench with her 5th foul. And 2 more opportunities at the free throw line for Bristol Brooks. Sierra Sellers checks in for Anna Kate Sutton, who fouls out. And Brooks hits the first. 35.9 left, fourth quarter. Franklin up 12. If you just joined us, Tuscola held the lead in the first half for a good portion of it. Second half, Panthers came out of the gate able to get going offensively, as that one's up and good by Julia Wells. And then build about a 10-point lead, and it's been that way since the latter portion of the third quarter. As that one's a turnover, they'll say. Stepped on the baseline, or the in line, the out-of-bounds line. And Tuscola still has a pulse. Down 11, though. Wells can't get it to go. Earwood will get fouled. And Earwood will be at the line for a couple. But there's 17.3 seconds left. And down 11, it's going to be very difficult. First shot up and good. 41 for Tuscola now, and that eclipses their output when these two teams played back on December 17th. And Franklin won 80-29. Franklin not going to sniff 80 tonight. Tuscola able to score more, but in the end, same result. Down to 10 seconds. And we've got a whistle. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Panthers. 8.5 seconds left. Brooks going to get fouled in the backcourt by Julia Wells. Second on Wells. 2 opportunities again at the free throw line for Bristol Brooks. She gets the first. Second shot wouldn't go. Tuscola comes out with a rebound. Jenkins. That'll do it. It's a final at the Panther Den tonight. Lady Panthers victorious 52-41. It's a regular season sweep of the Tuscola Mountaineers. They could see them again in the tournament. Panthers advanced to 10-8. Tuscola falls to 8-8, 3-4 in the conference. Franklin now 6-2 in the Mountain 7 Conference. Congratulations, Scott Hartbarger. and his Lady Panthers able to come out victorious tonight. Make it 2 in a row in the win column, and 2 wins this week for the Lady Panthers. All right, you see the boys varsity out on the floor, and they're going to start warming up, and we're going to get set for the tip-off of the boys varsity. It will be about 8 o'clock or so, 7:49. So in about 10-15 minutes, we will tip off the boys varsity. Going to talk with head coach Doug Plemons about that loss on Tuesday night to East Henderson, and then about tonight's Tuscola game here in just a few moments. Stay with us on the Franklin Panthers Sports Network.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville, your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Welcome back, fans. George Young now joined with Doug Plemons, boys varsity head coach. A tough one for you on Tuesday night. You knew going in it was going to be a tough battle against an undefeated, at that point, 17-0 East Henderson team. And the score, if you look at it, on Tuesday night, and the score back on December 13th, very similar, Coach. From your perspective, what happened for Franklin that went right, went wrong? What was your sense in that game?
Well, as you say, East Henderson, an outstanding team. And when I say team, I think that word needs to be emphasized. A lot of people will look at Brewer, the Brewer kid, and think, oh, they're a one-man show, that sort of thing. But that could be nothing farther from the truth. They play together. They are together. They just are a cohesive group. They pass the ball extremely well. They move without the basketball, and then on defense, they do some things that really cause a lot of problems. You have a hard time getting to the basket on them. They really clog the lane, and I do. The score was similar. It was a different game, somewhat. I thought they shot the ball well, especially Brewer from outside early in the game. Were able to build a little lead. Then we were able to cut back into it a little bit around halftime and even in the second half. Just couldn't get it close enough to really put a lot of pressure on them. But kudos to them. I think Coach Jones does a great job. He's built a strong program there. The only thing we can hope for now with East Henderson is that perhaps I think if we're bracketed away from each other in the conference tournament, we might get one more shot at them. In the conference tournament, which is hosted here at Franklin.
And, I look back, Coach, in that season you had, about 3 years ago, won the conference that year. But you had 4 losses. You had 4 losses in non-conference play, and you've got 4 losses now, but 2 are in conference play. So I see this team and the team a few years ago with a similar record. Just that conference championship outside of the conference tournament is kind of out of reach. Well, tonight you host the Tuscola Mountaineers, a team that comes in struggling. They are 2-14 coming in to tonight's action. Lost last night to Brevard, a team that you handled a couple of weeks back in December in Waynesville. Talk about Tuscola, what you have seen, what's different, and what you guys are going to see tonight.
They've played some good basketball. They're very erratic at times. They flare up and they score the ball well. I know they took, I think it was Smoky Mountain to overtime back a couple of games ago, and then of course Smoky gave us everything we wanted over there, at their place. So we're not looking over top of anybody. We know, like as you mentioned, every conference win is going to help us that we can mark on the win column. It's going to position us not only for the conference tournament, but also for the playoffs. We have not lost to a bad team. As you mentioned, we have 4 losses. The 4 losses are to McDowell High School, which I think is lost maybe 1 game all year. We lost to a team out of Georgia, Union, Georgia, which has lost 2 games. And then, of course, East Henderson has lost no games. So if you look at all those records, I'm not making excuses for the guys, but we've played pretty solid basketball, competitive basketball, up and down the schedule. And so, we expect the same results tonight. We've had 2 good days of practice. They were a little bit down after the East Henderson loss, but they've worked through that. We had a great practice last night. We realized this as an opportunity to gain some momentum for next week, because next week arguably is the biggest week in our schedule. We travel to Pisgah, to North Henderson, and both of those teams will be tough places to win at their gyms. So tonight for Tuscola, it's all about kind of getting those feelings out of you, playing a little more aggressive than we did Tuesday night, get some things fixed, get a positive attitude back and continue to, continue to go.
When January hits, it just seems like the season just slides by so quickly. And as we look forward, you talk about those away games next week at Pisgah, at North. When we come back home, it's senior night, Coach.
It is. We're basically 2 weeks away from the season being over with. We've got tonight's game, and then we've got 5 more games after that. We've got the 4 conference games left on the schedule, and then, of course, a makeup game with Swain. So, we know that it's winding down. To quote a great coach, Barry Bryant, he said at this time of the season, he said about a third of the team is looking forward to the season being over with. About a third of the team is still trying to position themselves and struggling through. And then the other third is so excited about what's ahead of them as far as playoffs and championships and those type things. So I hope that we're in that third category where we're still excited and still looking forward to being around each other and practicing and trying to prepare to get the next win.
Well, as always, we appreciate you joining us here in the pregame, Coach, and we'll catch up with you in about a week and a half.
All right, thank you.
Doug Clemens, head boys varsity basketball coach. Stay with us, fans. We've got more to come.
It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information.
I'm Zoe Walker. I'm on the swim team. I'm in 12th grade, and I've been selected as the FHS Athlete of the Month. My team is my biggest motivator. They really help me to do my best every day and to compete back and forth when we're doing different sprints or different sets. My biggest goal for this swim season is to make it to the state championships in the 200 IM. I would say the 200 IM is my favorite event because it takes all the strokes into one, and it's really difficult to motivate yourself to get it all done.
The Athlete of the Month has been presented by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first, member FDIC. And by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. They take pride in providing world-class care right here at home. Their pit.
We welcome you back inside of the Panther Den as we get set for the boys varsity tonight. Lady Panthers able to come out victorious earlier tonight. And the Panthers coming on to the floor. You see the Tuscola Mountaineers being introduced right now. They come in at 2-14 and 0-6 in the Mountain 7 Conference. And these two teams met back on December the 17th with Franklin come out victorious 69-38. And Franklin comes in at 13-4 overall after losing to East Henderson on Tuesday night. As you see the lights go out, and the Panthers will be introduced.
Senior number 2, Braylon Dezarin.
Braylon Dezarin, one of the
At
seniors.
guard, a senior number 3, Max McClure. At guard, a junior number 5, Jack Tisateski. At forward, a senior number 14, Noah Brannon. And at forward, a sophomore, number 23, William Rowers.
That's starting lineup for Coach Doug Clemens and his boys as they stand at 5-2 in the Mountain 7 Conference. After that loss to Tuscola, or to East Henderson on Tuesday night, as they get set to do battle with Tuscola, it's Noah Brandon that'll jump center against Jet Bartley. We are underway here at the pit, or at the den, and looks like it's going to be the Panthers that will have the opening possession. Braylon Dezarin lost it briefly, finds Tisateski. Now it's to Brandon. Brandon swings it over. Dezarin dribbling in, kicking. Brandon's open. It's a 3. Hit the back of the iron. And Tuscola going to come down with a rebound. Gavin Chenard, or check that, that's 15. Chris Wells hits the deck. And they're going to whistle a foul on Braylon Dezarin. His first, team's first. Ferguson triggers. He gets it in. Into the backcourt deep. Chris Wells dribbles, kicks into the front court. Now Ferguson dishes deep into the corner. Braun going to find an open Jet Bartley. His shot wouldn't go. Rebound Max McClure. Off to Tisateski to the hole. Tisateski off the glass to get the scoring going. This fast break here. Tisateski, it's a tough shot. We got an offensive foul whistle charge on Jet Bartley. He lost control of it, and momentum took him right in to the collision. 2-0 Panthers as Tisateski has it deep in the corner. Got to find Max McClure, who lost control of it in the paint. Braun had it briefly. Now it's Ferguson. Ferguson going to get fouled. So 2 quick fouls of the Panthers. 6:30 left first quarter. That one's going against William Rowers. Chris Wells drives in, gives it up. It's Bartley spinning and shooting. Bartley hits the bucket to tie this game. Noah Brandon lift a jumper, and it wouldn't go. It's a physical game already. A lot of bumping. A lot of grabbing. Out of bounds it goes. It'll stay with Tuscola. Bryce Ferguson will get it inbounds. Chris Wells gives it up, and it's stolen away from Chenard. Tisateski, he's got all the points for the Panthers so far at 4-2. Almost a steal. As you see the replay. Almost steal in the backcourt. Tuscola now attacks with Ferguson. His shot wouldn't go. Brannon. High pass over. It's Tisateski driving in, gets triple team, kicks it out. Bounce pass into Max McClure, back out. DeZarn driving, kicking. Brannon underneath. That was a nifty pass. Watch this. Whoop. Chenard with it. Issues. Somehow able to keep control. It's Chris Wells. And we'll find Chenard. Over to Wells. 4:44 left. Chenard, top of the key. 3. He got it. Gavin Chenard. He was open. Able to get it. Nothing but net. From the corner, up and good. Tisateski able to hit that one from downtown. And the Panthers go up 9-5. Pass almost intercepted. Braun into the front court. Off to Chenard. Going to back it out. Kick it over. It's Wells. Now Chenard has it. He's directing traffic. Finds Ferguson. Ferguson driving in. A collision. And another charging. The call. This one's going against Ferguson. Offensive foul. Max McClure. Underneath. McClure. McClure with the bucket. You get the Panthers an 11-5 lead. That pass is going to be intercepted. Off it goes. Brannon. In the corner is Tisateski. Kicks to McClure. Counted and one for Max McClure. Foul whistled on, I say Wells, Chris Wells, have up on the scoreboard. So one shot for Max, and it rims out. Jet Bartley with the rebound. Panthers pick up in the backcourt and almost cause a turnover as Tisateski could not save it out of bounds. Ferguson gets it in. And it is a turnover for Tisateski. Jack able to get the steal and the bucket. Tuscola quickly down court. Chenard, no. DeZarn in the front court. Gives it up. Back to DeZarn, a 3, hits the back of the iron, and Ferguson grabs the rebound. Ferguson almost lost control of it, fires a pass. Was it tipped? No, it wasn't. Out of bounds, the turnover. Max McClure, top of the key, 3, wouldn't go. Rebound, Brannon goes up, no. Tuscola trying to get it up court. Brannon intercepts it, saves it out of bounds at the same time. Somehow McClure underneath. And he'll be at the line. Foul going against Jet Bartley. That'll be his first and the team's fourth. 2 shots from McClure, and he gets the first. Second shot, back of the iron. Tuscola with issues, trying to get it up against that Panther defense. Press it in the backcourt. They'll break it and get a bucket. Jet Bartley. 16-7, 9-point edge. Rowers gets decked, and he'll be at the line. Foul is against Anthony Massey, his first. Rowers hits the first. He'll get one more. 2 minutes exactly remaining here in the first. Second opportunity up and good for William Rowers. Another steal. Rowers shot no. Offensive rebound. McClure goes up. He'll get fouled. He'll be at the line. And the Mountaineers are well over the limit now. Looks like Bartley going to pick it up. It'll be his second. Two shots from McClure. He'll get one more after that one is true. 19-7. Franklin looking for the season sweep, the regular season sweep at least, of Tuscola after winning on December 17th in Waynesville. That one's up and good. Get some subs coming in. Looks like Lance Parker checks in for Coach Doug Clemens. Attic Sutton also will check into the game. Again, some press for Doug Clemens and his boys in the backcourt. Tuscola looks to trigger and got to get it in bounds. Eventually they do. Chenard breaks the press. Drives in. Count it. And one for Chenard. Like he traveled. So Chenard will be at the line for one. And that one, the foul that is on Attic Sutton, who just checked in. And he completes the old-fashioned three-point play, does Chenard. Tisateski for three. That one wouldn't go. Offensive rebound, Tisateski gives it up. McClure from downtown. That one is off the mark. And Karam's out of bounds. It'll go to Tuscola. Again, that press causing some trouble. Tuscola just get it across for the 10-second violation. Massey lost control, takes it back up. Chenard finds Massey. Massey has it slapped away. Now a whistle and a foul, I believe, against Max McClure. McClure pick up his first, fourth on Franklin. 58.1 seconds left here in the first quarter. High pass into Chenard. Massey picks up his dribble, gets double teamed, and gets bailed out with a foul. It'll be the fifth foul against the Panthers, so two shots upcoming for Massey. Massey can't hit the first. Second one up and good with 45.3 seconds left. Panthers had the basketball and are up 9, 20-11. Sutton up top. Max McClure now has it, and he gets bumped. Max will be at the line again. Two shots for Max. He gets the first. And he gets the second. Peyton Hervey going to check into the game for Max McClure, who will sit down for the final 37.6 here, first quarter. Chris Wells somehow able to dribble out of that press. And then another turnover. Pass intercepted. Down court, it's Tisa Teskey. Play and catch with Hervey. Down to 15 seconds in this first quarter. Sutton up top. Swings it over. It's Brannon. No. Follow no. Another offensive rebound. High off the glass. It's Lance Parker with the bucket. Long shot at the buzzer. It's off the mark. 24-11. 13-point advantage for the Panthers. After one quarter, stay with us.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services. It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information.
Second quarter about to begin. 8 minutes up on that scoreboard clock. Panthers up 24-11, and we'll see if they can continue the momentum that they built in the first quarter. Early press in the backcourt causing Tuscola some issues and some turnovers, and it's a lot of laboring offensively to get it across that timeline. Panthers again, double teaming the ball handler as Jet Bartley will lift a shot. It wouldn't go. Rebound picked up by Brannon in the corner. He'll give it up to Lance Parker. Parker kicks it deep into the corner. Hervey. Now it's Sutton. He'll lift a three. That one's short. Rebound out to Tisa Teskey. Tisa Teskey feeds. It's now Brannon underneath. Brannon. Count it, and one for Noah Brannon. Credit Peyton Hervey with the assist that time. Amsler and Harrell will check in for Tuscola. Second opportunity wouldn't go. Or the and one situation wouldn't go. Pass underneath, knocked away. We've got a foul in the backcourt on Amsler. It'll be the second on Tuscola already here in the second. Ian Amsler picks up his first. Attic Sutton finds Tisa Teskey. As we are glad that you're with us wherever you may be on this chilly Friday night of hoops in January. The season is starting to come to a close. It's amazing. It goes so quick. A couple of games next week in conference on the road for the Panthers. And then the final couple of regular season games here at the Panther Den are less than 2 weeks away. Lance Parker with the bucket. Noah Brannon able to find him. He was open. Pass up court, almost stolen away. Shot wouldn't go for Chenard in the paint, out of bounds. It'll stay with Tuscola. Rowers along with DeZarn will check in for Coach Doug Clemens. Amsler with it. Going to feed. Back out beyond the arc it goes. Now a pass going to be intercepted. Lance Parker gets fouled. 2 shots up coming for Parker. So it's Ian Amsler that'll pick up his second. So quick 2 on Amsler, 3rd on Tuscola. Parker at the line. Hits the first. Senior night is February 4th. Second shot up and good. We'll run through that schedule. Truth, have not been able to throw up because of fast-paced game. Another turnover and another bucket. William Rowers able to get that one to go. Tuscola breaks the press. Amsler into the front court. He gets double-teamed. Knocked around and eventually picked up by Gavin Chenard. And then Chenard, when he split that double team, got bumped. They'll say it'll be a foul on Franklin. Is that going to be on DeZarn? Yeah, his second. First on Franklin. Chenard lifting a running shot. It wouldn't go. Chenard able to secure the rebound. Panthers ratcheting up that defensive pressure. Stiff man-to-man. Another collision. A 3, well off the mark for Anthony Massey. Panthers will have it. We got a whistle and we've got a timeout. So we got a full timeout called by the Tuscola Mountaineers. We'll throw up the schedule here. So we have not talked about it. There's the latest and greatest schedule. As you see, a couple of road games next week in conference at Pisgah and at North. And this is the second time around in the conference. So the second time these two teams have met. And it is not easy to beat a team twice in one season. So I anticipate those to be close affairs. And then you see those two home games rescheduled. Swain County from back on January 17th. They pushed it to February 5th. And then senior night is Smoky Mountain. And also one thing to mention that I have not talked about because I've been told a couple of different win totals, and I'm assuming this one is correct. It came from Principal Blair King, but Doug Clemens, you see him in the right corner of your screen, is 4 wins away from 600 wins in his career. Tremendous accomplishment if he can win 4 here in the regular season. Big win tonight and sweep next week. That would make that Smoky Mountain game the possible 600th victory. That one is out of bounds. It will stay with Tuscola. He coached at Silver Webster and here at Franklin. Assistant coach, Rabun County. But it would be pretty cool if it was Smoky Mountain that he could break that record against. Of course, Silver Webster, Cullowhee combined to make Smoky Mountain. Up court, Braylon DeZarn off the glass. Look at the steal. And DeZarn able to get it up and good. On the other end, we've got a fight after a missed shot. Rebound and a tie-up. A whistle. Possession arrow is to the Panthers. There was some confusion. I was told he was 2 wins away, then I was told 4 wins away. It's close. He's close. That's a lot of wins. You're only playing, 25, maybe close to 30 games if you make a run in the tournament and make a run in the state playoffs a season. So been around for a while as Doug Clemens, and he's won a lot of ball games. Underneath it's Rowers, finds Parker, kicks it out for a 3. That will not go for Peyton Hervey. Gets his own rebound, able to fight and get the bucket high off the glass. Fought for the rebound, and back up. Chenard in the paint gets it to go for the Mountaineers. Gavin Chenard gets the Mountaineers off the schneid. They missed a bunch in the second quarter. Tristan Gibbs into the ball game. He has it up top. Finds Parker, swings it over. Rowers lifts a jumper from beyond the arc. It wouldn't go. Another offensive rebound. Gibbs, or check that, Parker couldn't get it. And it's out of bounds, going to be to the Mountaineers of Tuscola. Got some more subs coming in for Coach Doug Clemens. Brendan Cave along with Aaron Bravo have checked into the game, up 36-13. Doug Clemens elects to get some of his bench players in with some quality playing time. Amsler going to feed to Will Roberts, and Roberts is fouled. Second on the Panthers. First on Lance Parker. Will Rower's going to be bumped from behind by Chenard. That'll be the fourth on Tuscola. And one more to give. Three off the mark for Braylon DeZarn. Fight for it. Tuscola comes out with it. They're going to race up court. High pass over the hands of Amsler, out of bounds. Another turnover for the Mountaineers. Rowers three. Back of the iron. Long rebound. Tie up. Possession arrow is going to stay with Franklin. 2:39 left second quarter. It's a deep three. Banks it home, does Tristan Gibbs. Watch this. Tuscola tried to answer with Mason Harrell. It wouldn't go. Outlet pass, Braylon DeZarn off the glass. Knocked around. Bodies everywhere. And a jump ball. Sessionero going to stay with Tuscola. Minute 46 left. Harrell finds Amsler, lost control at Amsler. Good gracious, bodies hitting the deck. And now a traveling violation. Fans didn't like it below us. Minute 27 left second quarter. Tuscola will have it underneath their own basket. Knocked away. Tristan Gibbs. Transition bucket for Tristan Gibbs after the turnover. Another fight for it in the backcourt. And another tie-up, they're going to say. And the possession arrow is with Franklin this time. Bowers gets it into Braylon DeZarn. DeZarn kicks it to Bravo in the paint, and Bravo was bumped from behind. It should be the 5th foul on Tuscola, so some shots upcoming for Aaron Bravo. Bravo shooting 2. Foul was on Will Roberts, his first. Bravo gets the roll on the first. We'll get a couple of subs in for Tuscola. Looks like Ferguson and Bartley check back in. One more for Aaron Bravo. Got it to go. Panthers with a comfortable 45-13 lead. 60 seconds left. Ferguson gives it up. Ferguson gets it back now. He lost control. And they'll say that Will Rowers stepped on the inline as he was grabbing that turnover and take it off. Tuscola will have it. Side court in front of the students there. You see them all standing. Jet Bartley secured it. Now he gets it back. Into the corner it goes to Wells. We got a whistle and a foul, and most likely some shots. He was in the act. Chris Wells will be at the line. Aaron Bravo picks up the harm. That'll be just his first. And the third on Franklin. Wells at the charity stripe. He hits the first. 26.4 seconds left. 45-14. One more at the stripe. And he gets the second. Braylon DeZarn swings it. 3 up and good for Tristan Gibbs. He's had a whale of a second quarter. Gibbs getting some playing time and making it worth his while. Got another turnover. It's back over to the Panthers. 7.8 left. DeZarn to work quickly. Swings it. Gibbs, 3. Wasn't his spot on the floor. He couldn't get that one to go. We're at the half. Franklin up comfortably over the Mountaineers, 48-15 after 2 quarters, 16 minutes of basketball. See the Panthers heading into the locker room. We invite you to stick around for our halftime festivities as we'll have our Panther Tracks segment this week with David Morgan, former coach, track coach, football coach, teacher, long-time Panther coach. We'll talk about his experiences over 50-plus years in Franklin. Coming up here in just a few moments. 48-15, Panthers with a commanding lead at the break, looking to make it a season sweep of the Tuscola Mountaineers. All right, stay with us, fans. More to come.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services. It's time now for Panther Tracks, a look back at the storied history of Franklin High School athletics.
I graduated from Mars Hill College, and when I came here to Franklin, coming down the roads, they got smaller and smaller, and I thought I was going to end up riding off the end of the earth. But come and pull it into Franklin, the people here were exactly like Mars Hill was. I could have lived the rest of my life at Mars Hill. They were so friendly, the teachers and atmosphere of everything. Franklin was the same way. I fell in love with Franklin the first few hours I was here. The people I met, they were so nice. And coming in, and as far as athletics, we weren't the top in our stadium, in our field, in our track especially. Like I told you, track hadn't even been started as a program at Franklin High School in '73. We did our training around the football field and had a little path which is about 2 feet wide. We had to hand dig our jumping pits for long jump and triple jump. No way to pole vault, nothing around to pole vault in. We had to practice our hurdles up behind the stadium on a little bit of asphalt, or either go up on the road right in front of the gymnasium and run our hurdles, because that was the only flat surface we had to measure them off, and not on the grass. So things like that. Our football field, we had the old-timey goalpost with one stem in the middle, and you go out and then go straight up. And when they were renovating that football field, somebody, the man that was on the dozer or whatever, and I think it was Mr. Penland, said, are you planning on buying a new goalpost? And they said, we don't know. We don't know if we have enough money. Well, Mr. Penland said he just marched them down, just bent them all down and broke them and everything. So at that time, he was going to take care of the situation, but we put up new goalposts. But the old football field, where the stadium is now and the seats are, it was about 10, 15 feet closer, because we didn't have a track, closer to the field. And they were just very few, probably half of what the lower bleachers are right now. The concession stand was right behind them. It went straight up, and it was only about a 10 by 10, but 2 stories, and everything was just very small, very tight. But the concession stand workers really liked it because they could look out the window and watch the game the whole time. Then when we moved it, the concession stand people didn't like it, so we had to put TVs in there for them to watch it. But the pit, during the early or mid-'70s, a lot of field dirt was brought in to level the field off on down, moving it toward Phillips Street, and gave us a bigger field and able to build a track in around the football field. When I showed up, the pine trees were probably on the 10-yard line right now of what we have the football field. The football field slid way to the east or west, whatever, away from the parking lot, and slid it down and knocked down those pine trees, and had a little practice field down there now. And again, they put good soil down there, good soil on our practice field up top. I look at our grass today and our field today, and every year when I walk out there, it looks like it's AstroTurf, because they do such a great job. I mean, it's really hard to tell it's not. And then you look back in 1973, and there were so many patches out there, so many different types of grass all around the field. And again, there was nothing to trim it, nothing to make it look really nice during that time. And yes, it was it was just packed. It was more clay than it was sand and soft stuff. And it was hard to play on. The cleats would slide a lot. And again, getting into some games, it would rain, and we'd have games here, would make it just slick as glass and impossible to stand up on. Some people say it was called something else before the Panther pit. I do not know anything about that, but I've enjoyed watching it grow, especially the track itself, because from just a 2-lane dirt area, we went to the asphalt, and then we went to having it rubberized, getting several people in the community and family and parents involved with that, and just really proud of the whole stadium.
And that's been Panther Tracks. Stay tuned to FPSN as we look back at Panther Athletics. It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information.
I'm Zoe Walker. I'm on the swim team. I'm in 12th grade, and I've been selected as the FHS Athlete of the Month. My team is my biggest motivator. They really help me to do my best every day and to compete back and forth when we're doing different sprints or different sets. My biggest goal for this swim season is to make it to the state championships in the 200 IM. I would say the 200 IM is my favorite event because it takes all the strokes into one, and it's really difficult to motivate yourself to get it all done.
The Athlete of the Month has been presented by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first, member FDIC. And by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. They take pride in providing world-class care right here at home.
Welcome back to the Panther Den. We are just about ready to begin the third quarter. Got about, a minute 45. Let's see if they shave some of that off the clock. Do have some first half stats, courtesy of Byron McClure for the Panthers. Braylon DeZarn finished the first half with 4 points. Max McClure with 9. Tisa Teske with 9. Max McClure was 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Hayden Hervey, who checked in there in the second quarter, picked up a bucket, finished with 2 points. Noah Brandon with 4 points. Lance Parker with 4. Will Rowers with 4. Tristan Gibbs with 8 points. And Aaron Bravo, who came in. Him and Tristan came in the second quarter after the Panthers had built a substantial lead. And they got some playing time and made the most of it. Gibbs with 8, and Aaron Bravo finished with 2 points, 67% from 2-point range, and 3 of 16 from downtown. So not shooting well from beyond the arc, 75% from the free throw line of the Panthers in that first half. Both teams looks like they are ready to go. The officials are here, so that's good. Had some issues with that on Tuesday night. Looks like we're ready to go. It'll be Tuscola that will have the opening possession out of the timeout for a halftime break. Chenard with it. He'll give it up. It's Ferguson. Ferguson will find Wells. Back to Ferguson. Then he lifts the pass. It's going to head into the backcourt. That's going to be a backcourt violation. So a turnover for the Mountaineers to begin the third quarter. Max McClure kicks. Tisa Teske into the corner. DeZarn 3. Off the mark. Braun with the rebound. Oh, pizza's $1, Phillip. Maybe you'll get some. It's a turnover. Off to Brandon. Noah Brandon off the glass. Making it even 50 for the Panthers now. After Brandon's bucket. Bryce Ferguson. They'll kick it. It's Wells. Now they'll swing underneath. Bartley had it briefly, saved it. And a quick pass. I believe they were trying to hit Jet Bartley. It's out of bounds. Chenard lifted a bullet pass and went right out of bounds. 7:01 left third quarter. 50-15. Panthers cruising so far. Tuscola yet to win a conference game. Brandon will get fouled and he'll be at the line. for a couple of shots. 2 and 14 coming into this one. So Jet Bartley picks up the foul. That's his 4th. Brandon couldn't hit the first. He'll get one more. Brandon hits the second. Chenard swings it. Wells lifts the pass back over to Chenard. Then Chenard lifts one that I don't know where he was going with that one. Nobody home. That's out of bounds. Bowers picks up his dribble, finds McClure in the corner. He gets double teamed. McClure dribbles out of it, leans in, can't get the roll, but Max McClure will be back at the line. He visited the line for 7 shots in the first half. He'll be back. He was 5 of 7 at the free throw line. He'll get a couple more opportunities. It's the first. One more for McClure, and he gets a second to go. 53-15. It's been all Panthers in this one. Wells looks to dish, now going to dribble and lost control, picks it up, got to get it out of there. Finds Ferguson. Ferguson in the paint. Gets stonewalled. Got to find Braun. And Braun able to get the bucket. What's the official pointing at? Huh. I don't know what was going on there. Under 6 minutes left, third quarter. DeZarn over to William Rowers. Brandon able to find McClure cutting to the hole. Nice. Ferguson almost a pass that was stolen away. Corner 3 up and good for Chris Wells. And after the 3 goes in, a full timeout's going to be called by Tuscola, trailing 55-20 with 5:19 left third quarter. We'll take a break. Stay with us.
It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information.
Back to action. Out of the timeout. McClure kicks it out. William Rowers over to Brandon underneath. Brandon going to find Rowers. He's open. Can't get the roll. Brandon underneath. Wouldn't go. Another offensive rebound. Tisateski able to hit it. Panthers shot 19% from the three-point line in that first half. That's going to help their percentage. 58-20. Inside the arc, a jumper wouldn't go. Panthers going to race with Brandon. He kicks it out. Rowers again for 3. That one wouldn't go. Chris Wells with the rebound. He's going to slowly bring it up. Gets double teamed. Wells finds Chenard. Back to Wells it goes. Approaching 4 minutes left here in the third. And lost it out of bounds, did Chenard. Subs coming in. He's going to empty his bench. Will Doug Clemens. Sutton, Parker, along with Hervey. Check into the ball game along with C.J. Ingert. Aaron Bravo gets it inbounds into Sutton. Peyton Hervey from downtown. He was open. Well, he had a hand in his face, actually. And he made it. Three wouldn't go for the Mountaineers. Hervey comes down with the rebound. Underneath, off the glass. And with that bucket, the Panthers are up 63-20. That means it's a running clock. Attic Sutton. High pass over to Hervey. Payton kicks it. C.J. Ingert finds Lance Parker over to Hervey. In the corner, Sutton's open for three. And it hit one of the support beams up top. That'll be out of bounds to Tuscola. But as you see, that clock continues to roll. We're in a rolling clock after the 40 point, I think it's 40. Yes. Football's 42, basketball it's 40 officially. That's a 43-point differential, so you'll see the clock continue to roll here into the fourth quarter. Chenard over to Wells. He has some issues. Collision out of bounds to Franklin. So this last portion of the third quarter into the fourth quarter going to go by quick with that rolling clock. Attic Sutton, free throw line. He's going to kick it out. C.J. Ingert wouldn't go. Rebound, Bravo. He goes up. He's short with that shot, and the rebound is fought for. They're going to whistle a foul on Lance Parker. That'll be just the first whistled on Franklin here in this third quarter. Ferguson kicks it. Three by Chenard, up and good. Gavin Chenard, the junior, hits the trifecta. Cuts it to a 40-point differential. Sutton swings. Back out it goes Sutton. Now Aaron Bravo finds Ingert. He's open again. Three. He got it. C.J. Ingert. Raining threes in the third quarter. The bench players, they know how to shoot. Only three three-pointers at a whole first half for the starters. But the bench players have been just raining some threes after they got the opportunity to come in with some playing time. Foul on Ingert, his first, second this quarter for the Panthers. And a turnover. And one for Attic Sutton. Threw it right to him. Able to convert, and they will stop the clock with 1 second left for these free throw opportunities, or the one shot. Wouldn't go at the buzzer, and then there was a foul. Hold on here. There was a foul right as the buzzer sounded. They're going to talk things over here. They're going to escort the cheerleaders off the playing surface, as I believe we're going to have some free throw shots here. Foul going against Chris Wells. So we'll have, Peyton Hervey at the line to shoot 2. Hervey can't hit the first. Couple more, or one more. And he hits the second. They should roll the clock now. And then that's it, right? Or that, well, 0.3 seconds. It was a running clock to begin with. There we go, that's it. Fourth quarter coming up. 69-23. Franklin dominating. Back after this.
Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC. Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Back at the Panther Den. This one's going to be a quick fourth quarter. When they start the clock rolling, it ain't going to stop. Gunnar McConnell with it. Kicks it into the corner. A three. In and out for Nolan Collins. Brendan Cabe also in after the timeout between quarters. Underneath. Ball knocked away. Picked back up by Wells. Shot wouldn't go from downtown. Rebound Brendan Cabe. Off to Gunnar McConnell. Bodies hitting the deck. We can't see what's going on because the students are standing from my vantage point and then our other camera vantage point. I think it's out of as Sue Tuscola. Ferguson, it's double teamed. Kicks it, Chouinard, three, got it. Gavin Chouinard hits the trifecta. He was open. Gunnar McConnell with it. Kicks it over to Brendan Cabe in the corner. Now McConnell, bounce pass. Knocked away. Picked up by Bronze. He was trying to find either Cabe or I think it was Cabe underneath. Brendan Cabe grabs the rebound after the missed shot. Tristan Gibbs with it. High pass, lazy pass, almost stolen away. That one's going to be stolen. Chris Wells to the hole. Gunnar McConnell bringing it up. Gunnar McConnell lifts the pass, knocked away. Stays with the Panthers. It's like Subs coming in for Tuscola. Chase Perkins, Will Roberts, along with Anthony Massey. Mason Harrell into the game. Corner three off the mark for Jake Pendergrass, who has checked in for the Panthers. Amsler has it, gives it up. Harrell in to the corner, a three off the mark by Massey. Gunnar McConnell with it into the front court. Check that, it's Tristan Gibbs into the front court. They'll swing it over. Jake Pendergrass, 4-3, got it. Jake Pendergrass gets his name in the scoring column in the box score. Almost a turnover. It will be a turnover. McConnell off the glass. The steal and the hoop. That one wouldn't go. Rebound underneath. Massey, no. Panthers able to save it. McConnell feeds up court. Pendergrass would not go. Check that, it was Nolan Collins. Wouldn't go. And then another turnover, was it a foul? Need a foul. On Will Roberts for Tuscola. Under 4 minutes left, running clock. 40-point differential. It's a three by Collins that wouldn't go. Battle for the rebound, picked up by Pendergrass. That one wouldn't go. Another offensive rebound. Panthers going to reset. Collins over to McConnell. Back to Collins. Now it's Gibbs up top. Another three. Collins got it this time. Nolan Collins from downtown. Pass knocked away in the paint. Brennan Cave hits the deck. Brennan Cave will be at the line for two shots. Mason Harrell will pick up the foul, just his first, second on Tuscola. And as you see, the clock continues to roll. Brennan Cave at the line. Can't hit the first. C.J. Ingard checks back into the game for Franklin. One more at the stripe. Cave misses the second. Rebound off to Will Roberts. More issues, another turnover. Nice dish. Nolan Collins. Watch this. Another turnover. And the Panthers turn it back over as the pass went up court to C.J. Ingert. He couldn't secure it. Went over his head. It's a three, up and off the mark for Mason Harrell. Panthers race out. Ingert will be at the line. C.J. Ingert gets fouled. Foul going against Chase Perkins. That's his first, team's third. C.J. Ingert to attempt. Can't hit the first. Gets the second to go. 80-28. in the paint. Running shot up and good for Amsler. Ian Amsler makes it a 50-point differential. Jumper from the corner wouldn't go for Brendan Kay, but an offensive rebound. We've got a whistle. Brendan Kay will be at the line, I think. Yep. And this will do it. Will Roberts picks up the foul. First one up and good. They stop the clock with 0.6 seconds left. And the second one is up and good, and that'll do it. It's a final. Here at the Panther Den tonight, 81-30, a 51-point victory for Coach Doug Clemens. His 597th victory in his career as a head coach. Panthers move to 14-4 and 6-2 in the conference. Tuscola moves to 2-15 and 0-7 in the Mountain 7 Conference. Big week next week, as we won't talk to you until February. Here's the schedule for the Panthers next week. Senior night is February 4th. That's the next time we'll talk to you here on the network against Smoky Mountain. And then looming the conference tournament. That'll wrap it up. My thanks tonight to Joshua Chastain and Spencer on cameras tonight. Fantastic job. Had some terrific shots tonight. Philip Angel, our executive producer, running the show for us, pulling those replays and everything else that involves master control. For all involved, till next time, I'm George Young. So long, everybody.